Oleksandr Usyk versus Daniel Dubois, which looks likely that could be happening. Do you think he's now got what it takes to win that rematch?
I think it's really interesting. Obviously, there's a bit of controversy in the first one with the borderline body shots. So I think Dubois is a better fighter. I also think Usyk can show what he's all about. I think that's a fight to make, and that'll be interesting, that one.
Roy Jones Jr. isn't holding back. He sees Daniel Dubois as a man on a mission, determined to silence the controversy surrounding his first fight with Oleksandr Usyk. But not everyone is convinced. Joe Kazik questions whether Dubois has truly evolved enough to challenge a master technician like Usyk. The first fight remains a hot topic, with that so-called low blow still sparking debate. The truth is, Dubois hurt Usyk, and many believe he was robbed of a legitimate knockout. And let's not forget, Usyk isn't invincible. He's been rocked before, and if Dubois lands clean this time, the story could take a brutal turn. Meanwhile, boxing politics are at play, pushing Dubois into the shadows while protecting Usyk's reign. The burning question remains, will Dubois finally expose Usyk, or will the system once again keep the Ukrainian champion on his throne? The moment of truth is near, and if Dubois delivers, the heavyweight division may never be the same again.
Wants Usyk. I don't believe he really wanted to fight Joseph Parker in the first place. I think when he beat AJ, it was in his mind already that he wanted Usyk. I don't want that banana peel fight. I might fight somebody and lose, and then I don't get the Usyk fight. And pretty much, this is pussy. This is a bitch-made move. I don't give a fuck.
On the other hand, Daniel Dubois has just confirmed what many already suspected. He never truly wanted the smoke with Joseph Parker. Instead, his focus shifted entirely to Oleksandr Usyk the moment he scraped past Anthony Joshua, conveniently sidestepping the one fight that could have exposed him before the big payday arrived. But here's where things get even worse. Parker was ready to go, yet Dubois pulled out with excuses that reeked more of self-preservation than injury. The reality? Parker isn't just another heavyweight. He's a proven warrior and a nightmare matchup for someone like Dubois. The risk of losing was simply too real. Even more concerning is Dubois' sudden eagerness to face Usyk, raising serious questions. Is he banking on Usyk being an easier fight than Parker? Is he dodging the real challenge that could have defined his legitimacy? The burning question remains. Does Dubois truly want greatness, or is he just another manufactured name avoiding real tests? The truth is becoming painfully clear. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
He's got to be able to get them power shots off, but against somebody like him, Usyk's not chinny, so he's got his work cut out.
Peter Fury isn't holding back. He sees exactly what's about to unfold, and it's a disaster waiting to happen. Meanwhile, Daniel Dubois is walking straight into the biggest mistake of his career, convinced that his raw power alone will be enough to take down a master like Oleksandr Usyk. But here's the twist. Power means nothing if you can't land a shot. Usyk isn't some sluggish heavyweight waiting to be clipped. He's a calculated assassin who has dismantled bigger, stronger fighters with ease, leaving them lost, frustrated, and broken. Dubois already had the perfect test in Joseph Parker, yet instead of proving himself, he backed away. Now, his sudden confidence against Usyk feels less like bravery and more like desperation. The burning question is, what happens when Dubois realizes his so-called power is useless? The truth is, Usyk won't just beat him. He'll school him. This won't be a fight. It'll be a boxing masterclass.
I disagree. I'm in the gym every day and I see these punches, and I've looked at that punch time and time again. It's in the groin, in between the hip and the pelvis. Get it there, and it'll put any heavyweight right off. So, no, it was a low shot. Usyk, have we seen him wince to the body? Yeah, for sure.
Peter Fury isn't buying Dubois' desperate attempts to rewrite history. That so-called controversial low blow against Usyk. It wasn't borderline. It was a blatant foul, plain and simple. Fury has dissected the footage frame by frame, and the truth is undeniable. Dubois didn't land a well-placed body shot. He went low out of panic, looking for an easy way out. This isn't an isolated incident either. Dubois has a history of crumbling under pressure. He quit against Joyce, avoided Parker, and now expects sympathy for fouling Usyk. Let's be clear. Usyk isn't the kind of fighter who folds. He's taken bombs from legitimate killers and still found ways to dominate. Meanwhile, Dubois has yet to prove he can rise to the occasion when things get tough. The real question is, when Usyk breaks him down again, will Dubois come up with another excuse? Or will he finally admit he's just not built for this level?
Mentioned that he wants to see Dubois versus Usyk. Eddie Hearn can say what he wants about, oh, Daniel Dubois is the front runner. At the end of the day, if Turkey Al-Ashik is saying that he wants to see Usyk versus Dubois, and it looks ever more like that's what we're going to get, because Dubois is not going to head with the Parker fight, and it doesn't look like he's going to give Parker a fight anytime soon.
On the flip side, Eddie Hearn keeps pushing the narrative that Daniel Dubois is the frontrunner for a showdown with Usyk. But let's be real, Dubois is doing everything he can to sidestep the fight that truly matters. Even worse, recent comments from Turkey have only added to the speculation that Dubois is being handed yet another golden opportunity while blatantly avoiding Joseph Parker. The truth is, Dubois isn't just dodging Parker. He's running from reality. He knows Parker would expose him long before he ever gets a shot at Usyk, which is exactly why he's desperate to skip the line. But here's where things get interesting. If Dubois truly believes he belongs at the top, why isn't he proving it against the toughest opposition? The moment of truth is coming. And when Usyk dismantles him, there will be no more excuses. The real question is, will Dubois finally step up? Or will his career be remembered as nothing more than a manufactured hype job?
Parker. Well, I think, like, for me, I guess Usyk's goal now would be to recapture all the titles again. So I think to vacate one to fight for one, that doesn't really make sense to me. You know, fulfill your mandatory. All goes well for Usyk. He beats Parker, then go face Dubois if everything aligns. I think, you know, yeah, I think Parker deserves his shot as well.
Darren Barker didn't just share an opinion. He laid out the cold, hard truth. Joseph Parker isn't just another contender. He's the biggest threat to Oleksandr Usyk's reign. And there's no denying it. Usyk's mission has always been clear. Unify and defend every title. So why would he make a move that weakens his position? Simple. He wouldn't. That's exactly why Parker deserves this shot. Forget the politics. Forget the distractions. Parker has proven time and again that he's not just a stepping stone for Usyk. When Usyk steps into the ring with Parker, he won't be facing an opponent looking for a payday. He'll be up against a warrior who's already taken down the best. Meanwhile, the so-called frontrunner, Daniel Dubois, is hiding in the shadows, too afraid to face a real challenge. Parker would expose him in a heartbeat. The real question is, can Usyk withstand Parker's power and relentless pressure, or are we about to witness the collapse of his reign? This fight isn't just about titles, it's about legacy. Parker's words hit hard, especially for those who believe in Parker. Sure, he may have Usyk as the favorite, but let's be real. Parker is the one fighter who could flip the script. Usyk is a master, a magician in the ring, and his skill is undeniable. But Parker is giving Parker the ultimate nod, and for good reason. If anyone can shock the world, it's him. The heavyweight division is stacked with talent, but Parker has the heart, the power, and the resilience to dismantle Usyk's masterpiece. So the real question remains, is Usyk truly as invincible as everyone believes, or is Parker ready to bring the storm that rewrites history? Let's not forget, Usyk has rarely faced an opponent who matches his grit. Parker has been through wars, taken the hardest shots, and kept moving forward. If this fight happens, the world will finally see what a true challenger looks like.
Yeah, I think with Daniel, it's confidence now, and I think it's a mindset thing. He's got a great chin, Daniel. But yeah, that first, it was almost like a tiredness why he got stopped in the first place. So he expended a lot of energy. But Usyk's good at doing that and making people burn more energy than they want to. But yeah, Daniel could do it. You know, he had success in the first fight.